Standing in the middle of a large crowd of people can be electric. At a sports stadium, the cheers and talking and movement become a sea you stand in and let crash over you. In crowds, sometimes a strange thing happens. If one person yells out, it's lost in the crowd. But suddenly, many voices join together in something that sounds like, suddenly, the whole crowd participates in this call and response. It's a strange experience of coordination. There are lots of versions of these crowd chants. Maybe you recognize this one. In music, this is known as a call and response. There's a power to hearing a strong call and participating in the response together in unison.
My name is Matthew Cranley, and I'm an audio engineer. I play guitar, and I play some keys. There's just nothing like hearing your song shouted back to you by like 1,000, 2,000 people, and they give you energy, and you give it back.
The call and response is common in pop music, and many of the anthems on the top charts of the radio often have call and response written in.
It kind of goes back to kind of our earliest recordings of music. You can hear it, and even before recorded music, it was a tradition, even before that. But, it carries over into a lot of our modern music.
The call and response actually has its roots in sub-Saharan African cultures, where group gatherings and religious rituals take on a musical nature. This made its way into African American work songs of enslaved men and women, and eventually the call and response style made its way into what we know as blues, gospel, jazz, and even hip-hop.
One example is Ray Charles' song Lonely Avenue, but it's basically like, now my room has got 2 windows, and then like the crowd's like, but the sunshine never comes through, it's always dark and dreary, It's a part that people can kind of sing along with, and it's great. Anybody can kind of sing along at any skill level musically, and that's what's kind of nice about it. Yeah, I think maybe how you describe it is the fact that, it brings people together. It makes people on the same wavelength.
There's something special about being in situations where your response is invited and important to something bigger, something more. In religious ceremonies, there are often opportunities where the leader calls out for a response from the group. This makes our response in some way more sacred than a mere conversation. We're opening up to a bigger reality, that the call and response is connected to something bigger than ourselves. Martin Buber, the Austrian Jewish philosopher, wrote about 2 attitudes in human existence, the attitude of I-it and the attitude of I-thou. I-it is an attitude toward an object we use or experience, but an I-thou attitude is one of relationship. It's one thing to respond to a beautiful sunset as an object to admire, and a totally different thing to respond to a person calling you to tell you they love you. Something about the response is different because a personal relationship is involved. The call and response in music or sporting events is also one of relationship. It is a response to someone, not something.
There was a quote by Bruce Springsteen as he was inducting U2 into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he had this killer quote. He said, "A great rock band searches for the same kind of combustible force that fueled the expansion of the universe after the Big Bang. You want the earth to shake and spit fire. You want the sky to split apart and for God to pour out." And then he pauses and he goes, "It's embarrassing to want so much and to expect so much from music, except sometimes it happens." Boom. That's U2 right there. If you've ever listened to U2's music, it's like a worship service almost, It's not a Christian concert, but he kind of leads everybody into kind of raising their spirit in a way. And there's just something about music that does it. I think everybody's searching for that same thing,
Faith is sometimes viewed as a blind trusting of God, but faith is actually a free, personal response to God born out of relationship. In the C.S. Lewis series Chronicles of Narnia, Aslan the lion represents both God the Father and Jesus Christ. In the book The Magician's Nephew, there is a portion devoted to Aslan singing into existence the creation of Narnia, representing the creation of the world by God. In the story, Aslan begins to sing, but a song to who? In The Magician's Nephew, there are 2 reactions to hearing the song of Aslan. Some present love the singing so much that they remain present for all eternity, enjoying the song. but others present can't stand it and hide or dig in the ground to run away. What if all creation, the world and existence, is not just meaningless random chaos? What if creation is a song, a call to respond to? What would it look like to respond in relationship to the song we hear under our experiences of beauty, truth, love, goodness, and mercy? There is a call to a deeper relationship, and it is calling us to respond. Will you answer this call? Hi, my name is Emily.
And my name is Edmund. Thanks for watching that video.
We made this video because we believe the Catechism of the Catholic Church is not just a collection of ideas, a set of rules, or a textbook.
Yeah, we believe the Catechism is a faithful echo of a God who desires to reveal himself to us.
Real+True makes videos and other content to retransform this echo into a living voice for the modern world.
And right now, all of these videos are made available for free in multiple languages: English, French,
Spanish,
and Portuguese. And right now, we're trying to go through the entire first pillar of the Catechism.
We hope to make even more videos to cover the entire Catechism, and we want to do it in even more languages and continuing to make this resource available for free to everyone.
Yeah, so you can help us accomplish that by giving a one-time gift or a monthly donation. Every little bit helps us accomplish this goal.
You can also show your support by sharing this video, subscribing to see more of our content, and I invite you to check out Real+True.org to learn all the ways you can support this mission. Thank you.
Thanks.